Comparative and superlative adverbs in Latin. In this video, I'm going to be looking at how to recognize, form, and translate adverbs in the comparative and the superlative forms in Latin. If you've missed my videos previously, I've done one on adverbs generally, but I've also done comparative and superlative adjectives. So if you want to have a look at those after this video, there's a link to all of those in the description below. So what is an adverb? Well, it describes a verb. It describes how an action takes place. It's translated as li, so for example, slowly, quickly, happily. And they are often formed from an adjective. So happily comes from happy, slowly comes from slow. Comparative and superlative adverbs are a little bit different. Comparative adverbs are translated using so faster, quicker, and superlative adverbs are formed using ist in English. So quickest, slowest. You can also translate comparatives as more. For example, she sang more happily than the other girl. And superlatives can also be translated as most, so she ran most happily out of everyone. Or they can also be translated as very, so she ran very happily. Let's have a look at comparative adverbs first. Now, if you watched my adverbs video a couple of weeks ago, you will hopefully remember that there are two types of adjective and therefore two types of adverb that you can have. Luckily, comparative adverbs all form the same way, so you don't need to worry about the two different types. I'm going to show you them both, but they all do the same thing in the comparative. So we have laetus, laeta, laetum, which is my adjective meaning happy. We have laete, which is my adverb, my normal adverb, meaning happily. In order to get my comparative adverb, I take the e off the end of my adjective stem and I add on ius, I-U-S, to get laetius. And this means more happily. They're my 2-1-2 adjectives formed into comparative adverbs. Now I can also have 3-3 adjectives like ferox, ferocis. This means fierce or ferocious. To make that into a normal adverb, I take the is off the genitive singular and I add iter onto the end. In order to make that into a comparative adverb, so more ferociously, I take off iter again and add on the same thing, ius, which means more fiercely. So both of these comparative adverbs are the same. They have the ius ending, and that is my comparative adverb ending for any adverb. For superlative adverbs, again, I'm going to show you the 2-1-2 and then the 3-3. Laetus at I get laete for my normal adverb. To then make that into superlatives, the most something a verb can be, the fastest or the happiest, I take the e off the end of my adverb again, and I add on issime. This means most happily. Again, it's the same for a 3-3 adjective. So ferox, ferocis, 3-3 adjective. I have ferociter as my adverb. I take off the iter ending and add on issime. And that means very fiercely. So to sum up, comparative and superlative adverbs. I remove the adjective ending and I add ius to make it a comparative or issime to make it a superlative. And that's really all there is to comparative and superlative adverbs. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time on bambasbat.